If you want to start using MCP servers for any reason, this video is going to show you the easiest and fastest way in order for you to add an MCP server and actually start using it. So if you have already listened to 1,000 people define what a model context protocol is, you can skip to this timestamp where the tutorial is going to start. But if you want to listen to my own definition and the way I understand it, you can stay. I'm going to define it as easily and as fast as possible. So since ChatGPT have been introduced and a lot of LLMs came after it, we understood that there is fundamentals, vulnerabilities inside of these LLMs, and they need a lot of other tools in order for them to work correctly. For example, these LLMs will never have the ability to have the most updated data about any topic simply because they have been trained on other data. Therefore, we need to add tools like search, for example, that has been introduced by ChatGPT and a lot of other LLM providers simply for the LLM to go ahead and search for that specific information that you are looking for. There's a lot of other things that LLM cannot do, and you have to give them tools in order for them to do that. So since LLM providers understood that, they gave us a way in order to include tools inside of the LLMs in order for us to basically bridge the gap of all of these vulnerabilities. But then everyone was doing it in their own way. So there was not just a one standardized way that we can just call a specific tool, like for example, search, and it will work on Claude Sonnet from Anthropic, and it will work on GPT-4o from OpenAI, etc., etc. So the company Anthropic basically came up and said, you know what, we are going to introduce this thing called MCP, and we want everyone to be able to use a same standardized way of calling these tools. So no matter the LLM provider, you're going to be able to call the tools in the same manner. And since everyone was on board with the idea, we have seen that even ChatGPT in their latest agentic update, they have allowed us to use different tools with MCPs inside of their own ecosystem as well. And if we want to go back and actually define what MCP is, we need to understand three different things. The first one is the MCP host, the second is the MCP client, and then the MCP server. And the best analogy to understand this is the docking station. If you have a docking station connected to your PC, the PC in this analogy will be the MCP host, because basically it is the place where we want to connect all of our devices. The MCP client will be the USB-C port that connects to the docking station, and then every port that we have in that docking station will be the MCP server that we can connect to either a local data source or a remote service. And this analogy is so good because to add a port to a docking station, it is so easy to do. It is not a PC, it's easy to manufacture. Therefore, it's not going to be really hard to add a port, even if that port is so rare and nobody is using. And all we need is one connection that's going to connect to the PC. And then once you go to the docking station, you can connect your Ethernet for your network connection. You can connect your HDMI for your monitors, and you can connect a USB-A to connect to this microphone, for example. It does not matter. Once you connect it, it connects to the PC automatically. You don't even think about it. There is no action from your side. In the same manner, an MCP server will basically connect to an MCP host with all the capabilities of that tool with one connection. We don't even need to think about it. So this analogy will help you understand what an MCP is and why do we even need it in the first place. So now let's actually go ahead and start with the tutorial. The first thing that you need to do is basically download Claude. That was the easiest way for me to get started with MCP servers. So just download Claude and then make sure you also have Node.js inside of your machine. To do that, just get the Windows installer and then follow the steps, clicking on next, next, next. And at the end, open the CMD and run the command node version. And if it's downloaded, it's not going to give you any error, and it will show you the version downloaded on your machine. If you installed it and still showing you some errors, just go to environment variables. So search for environment variables, and here look for environment variables and go to path in here, C program, Node.js, just to make sure that it's actually added to your path. If it's not, just add it in here and it's going to work correctly. Now we have everything. We have downloaded the Claude and we have downloaded Node.js. You're going to be able to open Claude in here. You're going to be able to connect to your account. And after connecting to your account, you're not going to find anything that will show you that you can work with MCP servers. This is where you're going to go to the Model Context Protocol inside of GitHub. And here it will basically show you all the servers that you can start using. So if you go to servers, it's going to open this page that we have here. And then the first server that everyone start working with is file system. So you just click on that. We're going to go down to usage with Claude Desktop, and then we're going to go to NPX. We are going to copy that here, and then we are going to go back to Claude. We're going to click on here, file, then settings. And after that, we're going to go to developer, and here we are going to click on edit config. It's going to open the folder where we have the Claude installation. And then it's going to highlight this folder that we have, this file that we have here. And we are going to click on Claude Desktop config. And after that, we simply are going to come here, delete this, and then paste what we have copied from the GitHub. And really important, you should change these paths with actual paths that you are going to be using. This MCP server simply gives Claude access to your file system in order for it to see all the files that you have. So it's basically the most basic MCP server that everyone starts with. So let's go ahead and go to the folder that we want to give Claude the access to, which is going to be this folder. So ideally, it should basically recognize all these files that we have here. So let's copy this. Let's come back here and then let's paste this and just make sure that this is // if you're on Windows. Save this and then close this and then go back to Claude. It's not going to show you anything now. So just close it and make sure you go to the tray that we have here. And then you quit from the tray as well so that it is absolutely closed. And now let's open Claude. And now you are going to see that we have 11 MCP tools available that has been added, and this is basically create directory, directory tree, etc, etc. And now to be able to interact with that folder, all you need to do is tell it to basically list all the files I have, and it's gonna take this and it will be able to access your own file system. So I will allow it, and now as you can see here, it will show me all the files that I have, and this is exactly the files that I have created in here. So you will be able to do all of these actions inside of your system. So if you want to create files, if you want to read the files, etc., etc., you will be able to do that. And in the same way, you will have basically so many other MCP servers that can do different things with GitHub, GitLab, Google Maps, etc., etc. And so many people and so many companies adding their own MCP servers in order for people to be able to create with them. So yeah, that has been it. If you like this video, leave a like and subscribe. It's really appreciated. And I will catch you guys next time. Peace.